Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show this on a Sunday, a bit late because I was just waiting for the West Indies Bangladesh match to end as far as the second day's play is concerned. And even though Bangladesh bowlers did pretty well early on today by actually restricting this West Indian total to 380, but they themselves found themselves into some real trouble at 104 for 7 with another 76 runs still required for them to actually avert the follow-on. I'll be talking about that particular play, that is the second day's play. And then, as you know, the Champions League T20 qualifiers are going on. Today the first match which was played was between Northern District of New Zealand and Northern Districts versus Lahore Lions. And well, Lahore Lions yesterday, as you know, Northern Districts and Lahore Lions were the victors, but today both of them clashed. And Northern District, well, they put up a good score of 170 for 6 of the 20 overs, and Lahore Lions, I have to say that they really had no answer to the bowling of Trent Boult and Tim Southee, and then it was the spinners Sodhi, Stiles getting on to the act. And Lahore Lions definitely didn't put up a good performance today. They dropped a lot of catches as there was only one person who actually got into double figures, and that was Saad Naseem, who had an unbeaten, who was run out for 58. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about. You have a phone number waiting there as far as Lahore Lions is concerned. Even the recognized batsmen like Mohammad Hafiz, Nasir Jamshid, Ahmed Shahzad, Umar Akmal, none of the persons could actually reach double figures, and that was something pretty sad. And that was a very humiliating victory for the Lahore Lions, as Northern Districts actually won this match by 72 runs. So that was so Northern Districts are definitely making their chances brighter and brighter as this tournament goes. I mean, they are really looking very strong. They have won all their 2 matches now. And today we had Southern Express taking on the Mumbai Indians. Well, Southern Express, they put on 161 for 6 on the board, but the Mumbai Indians, they knew that this was a must-win match for them to keep their hopes alive for the qualifiers, and well, they definitely did it in style by going on to a very good victory. In fact, a very absolute, I would say it was like a walk in the park for Mumbai Indians, as the openers Lendl Simmons and Michael Hussey went on playing some beautiful strokes, and they really muscled the bowlers, the Southern Express bowlers, to have a victory by 9 wickets. So we'll talk about that. And Kiran Pollard, the Mumbai Indians captain, finishing it off in great style with a couple of sixes to seal the game. Well, we'll talk about that. So let's first let's start off with the Champions League T20. The first match that I'm going to talk to you about is going to be the Northern Districts versus Lahore Lions. Northern Districts were the ones who batted first. They put up a score of 170 for 6 of their 20 overs. They didn't have a good start. Their openers, Dave Sich out for 9, and also Kane Williamson, who played very well and took the man of the matches today. Today couldn't do much. He was out for 14 of 18 balls with 1-4. After that, it was left to Daniel Flynn, the captain, who contributed very well. In fact, it was a 53 runs apiece to Daniel Flynn and Watling, as Daniel Flynn contributed 53 of 30 deliveries with 5 fours and 2 sixes, and BJ Watling made 53 of 37 balls with 7 fours and 1 6, and that was the solid partnership that actually got this Northern District innings really building, and they built up a total of 170 for 6 thanks to this partnership between Daniel Flynn and BJ Watling. Harris contributed 20 of 13 balls, 1 4 and 1 6, and when Harris departed, the score read 8 overs and 60 for 3, and then this 90-run partnership going almost till the 18th over with both Flynn and Watling playing some beautiful strokes. As I said, both of them making 53 apiece. Flynn 53 of 30 deliveries, 5 fours and 2 sixes. BJ Watling 53 of 37 balls, 7 fours and 1 sixes, looked pretty aggressive in his batting there. And then Scott Stiles towards the end making 14 of 10 balls with 1 4, and in the end the score stood at 170 for 6 of the 20 overs. Well, I would say it was not a good display of fielding by Lahore Lions. Lahore Lions definitely dropped a lot of catches, which really cost them and enabled this Northern District score to 170 for 5. Asif Raja 1 for 14 of 3. Mohammad Hafiz 4 overs 1 for 35. Aizaz Chima, who bowled very well yesterday, even though he took 3 wickets for 35 runs, I thought he could have bowled much better. We didn't see the real swing that was evident yesterday when he was bowling against the Mumbai Indians. Adnan Rasool 3 overs 1 for 29. The spinner Wahab Riaz 4 overs 1 for 33. Imran Ali 2 overs no made and none for 22. Let's have a look at this Lahore Lions card. Now Lahore Lions were chasing a total of 171 runs for victory, and well, it was a Trent Bolt and a Tim Southee show initially when they really whipped the cream of the Lahore Lions batting. As first to go was Nasir Jamshid, whose stumps were rattled by Tim Southee. He was moving the ball beautifully. The ball was jagging in beautiful end swingers being bowled by both these bowlers. And Nasir Jamshid was bowled by Southee for 5. The next man to follow to the pavilion was Ahmed Shahzad, who was caught behind the bowling of Trent Bolt for 2. Mohammad Hafiz, as I said, they really whipped the cream of the Lahore Lions batting. As first they had Nasir Jamshid bowled by Southee for 5. Ahmed Shahzad was out to Bolt for 2. Mohammad Hafiz was caught by Watling of the bowling of Southee for 5 balls with 1-4, and then Umar Siddiq was trapped LBW by Southee for 3, and suddenly this Lahore Lions innings were really in tatters at 17 for 4, and they definitely lay in tatters for quite a long time, and it was really crumbling with wickets really falling one after the other. There was a real procession, and when Umar Akmal was gone, clean bowled by like Umar Akmal, as you know, yesterday against the Mumbai Indians he played very well, but today Umar Akmal was a goner as Bolt got the ball to come in and hit the stumps of Umar Akmal. Umar Akmal was bowled for 1, that made it 17 for 4, and then Umar Siddiq, as I said, was LBW bowled Southee, made it 19 for 5 in the 6th over, and then we saw Asif Raza being dismissed for 5. Wahab Riaz was sent back to the pavilion by Southee. So once Tim Southee and Trent Bolt struck those blows, it was left to Styris and Southee to finish it off. They finished it off in a very nice manner, and the only person, I mean, if you look at this Lahore Lions scorecard, Wahab Riaz was out for 2, Imran Ali for 8, Adnan Rasool was run out for 4, Aizaz Chima not out 2, and the Lahore Lions innings was wound up for 98 runs. They had absolutely no reply. The only person who played there was Saad Naseem, who had who was run out for 58 of 40 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. There was no application on the part of the Lahore Lions. Lahore Lions definitely would have to blame themselves for the situation that they are in. Probably it was due to overconfidence, one does not know. But if you look at that card, there's only one person who got into double figures, and that was Saad Naseem. Other than that, it represents a phone number, as not a single batsman, even though Lahore Lions boasted of some very good names like Nasir Jamshid, Ahmed Shahzad, Mohammad Hafiz, Umar Akmal, none of these players could get into double figures. In fact, none of the other 10 players could get into double figures, with only Saad Naseem doing something good with making 58 runs. So in fact, he was the one who actually had the lion's share of this knock of 98. Otherwise, I think if Saad Naseem would have been gone, probably if you total the score, it is something I can't even think about it. Probably they would have been wound up for 50 runs if at all Saad Naseem was dismissed on single digits. Such was the plight of the Lahore Lions today, and Lahore Lions definitely need to pick it up in the next matches. So they was gone, and it was a very big victory. In fact, it's a victory by 72 runs for Northern Districts. Trent Bolt, as I said, he was the one who really started it all. 4 overs no made and 2 for 12. The ball was really swinging. Tim Southee, 4 overs no made and 3 for 22, also beating the batsman for pace with his bowling. Kugalan, 3 overs 1 for 13. Styris, 3 overs 1 for 20. And then East Southee, who finished off 4 overs no made and 2 for 30. And Tim Southee from the Northern Districts bagged the man of the match award. Now from here, we go on to the next match, the 4th match of this qualifiers, and it was a very important match for Mumbai Indians. They were playing in Southern Express, and Southern Express were the ones who batted first. Now for Mumbai Indians, yesterday, as you know, Bumrah was not bowling well, but today Bumrah was the one who actually gave them the breakthrough, and he took a very, very important wicket at that when he took the wicket of Kushal Perera, the dasher, 8, and that was a good breakthrough which was provided by Bumrah, and Bumrah was a much improved bowler today. As far as the Southern Express innings were concerned, they totaled 161 for 6 of their 20 overs. Gunatilaka contributed 30 of 23 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. Lanka was the new player today. He made 9 of 13 balls with 1 6. Jahan Mubarak was clean bowled by Oja for 16 of 14 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. We definitely saw the Mumbai Indians fielding and really perked up. Some very good saves being made in the outfield. We also saw Oja make a very good outfield. Pollard bringing up a brilliant catch. Angelo Pereira was bowled by Malinga for 28 of as many balls with 3 fours. 15 coming from Setuge Prasanna's bat. He was run out for 15 of 7 balls with 2 sixes. And then Southern Express, well, they definitely didn't, the momentum was not there in the innings. At one stage they were 90 for 5 in the 14th over, and it took Fawaz Maharouf who had to come and really club some big hits when he contributed an unbeaten 41 of 22 balls with 2 fours and 2 sixes, and Pereira was not out of knot. And finally the Southern Express score looked a bit respectable at 161 for 6 of their 20 overs. The bowling, well, Kieron Pollard today definitely started off the ploy of having Harbhajan Singh bowl with JP Bumrah and JJ Bumrah, and Harbhajan Singh 4 overs 1 minute none for 18. He completed his quota very well. Bumrah, I thought, was a much improved bowler today. 3 overs no made and 1 for 23. Malinga 4 overs no made and 1 for 28. Also bowled well. Shreyas Gopal coming to the team, I think it was of no use, because what he did is he leaked a lot of runs. It was the most costliest, 2 overs for 29 runs. Kieron Pollard 2 overs no made and 1 for 18. Jarat Saxena 1 over no made and 1 for 3. And Oja 4 overs no made and 1 for 35. Bowled very well and also fielded well. Now, as far as the Mumbai Indians were concerned, they were chasing 162. It was a must-win match for them. And well, they definitely, really, the openers, Lendl Simmons and Michael Hussey, initially a bit watchful, but once they went through that particular phase, they really launched into their strokes, with Lendl Simmons hitting the ball as sweetly as ever, Michael Hussey playing some very good lofted strokes for sixes, and what a partnership. In fact, Mumbai Indians really saw to it, these openers really saw to it that Mumbai Indians won't be stretched at all by putting up an opening partnership of 139 runs for the first wicket in 14.4 overs, with Lendl Simmons still there, but Michael Hussey was the only wicket to go, as he was caught by Pereira of the bowling of Patirana after making 60 runs of just 40 deliveries with 5 fours and 3 sixes. What a partnership they had, Michael Hussey had with Lendl Simmons, and Lendl Simmons was there till the end to take these Mumbai Indians to victory. Lendl Simmons was not out on 76 of 51 balls with 11 fours and 1 6. He played a beautiful innings, and then Kieron Pollard promoted himself in the batting order. Probably they wanted to up the run rate, and that's what Kieron Pollard precisely did. He deposited the 2 balls which was bowled by Patirana into the stands for sixes to complete the match in style, and Kieron Pollard was not out on 20 of just 7 deliveries with 3 sixes in that knock of 20, and it was all over, with the Mumbai Indians having a crushing victory here over Southern Express by 9 wickets. 165 for 1 was the final tally for the Mumbai Indians. And as far as the bowling was concerned, Jayampati, the left-arm seamer, definitely demanded some respect. In fact, I thought Lendl Simmons and Hussey had to really watch for the left-arm seamer, who was bowling very well, so he was given due respect. 3 overs no made and none for 14 for WMC Jayampati. Maruf 3 overs none for 39, was not good with the ball today. Jayaratne 4 overs none for 38. Pereira 3 overs no made and none for 28. Prasanna bowled 2 overs none for 19, and Patirana, the wicket taker, 1.2 overs no made and 1 for 26, having his bowling absolutely clubbed by the Mumbai Indians captain Kieron Pollard to really up the run rate, and Lendl Simmons was named man of the match. So Mumbai Indians have also registered their first victory. So I think the qualifying stage is really hotting up here. Now let's get on to the final one, and that is going to be the test match, the second day's play in the second test match between Bangladesh and West Indies. As I said yesterday, that Bangladesh bowlers have to learn their lessons. Well, definitely I have to credit them, because the Bangladesh bowlers today, with the new ball early in the morning, they really took advantage of the dew, and we saw that they have definitely done their homework, because Al-Hameen Hussain and Shafiul Islam and Rabiul Islam were bowling in the good areas, and that was really frustrating for the West Indies, as both the players, Bravo and Chandrapal, were kept very quiet for probably 7 overs, where only 2 runs were eked out. And then finally the blow was dealt as the frustration grew. Darren Bravo was sucked into a ball which was moving away from him. He fished at it. Mushfiqur Rahim took the catch, and Bravo was walking, caught Mushfiqur Rahim, bowled Rabiul Islam for 46 with 4 fours and 2 sixes. Chandrapal was there at the other end, and suddenly once Darren Bravo was gone, the breakthrough was taken. Suddenly there were 3 wickets which fell pretty quickly when the score reached 268. Blackwood was, again, the pace bowlers were the ones who were really doing rapid inroads into this West Indies batting lineup, as Blackwood was the first to be gone, caught by Anamul Haq of the bowling of Al-Amin Hussain for 8 of 9 balls with 2 fours, and then the West Indian captain Dinesh Ramadan was sent back to the pavilion by Al-Amin Hussain, and this was 2 wickets and 2 balls. Al-Amin Hussain got 2 wickets of 2 balls, and then Dinesh Ramadan was out the very first delivery that he faced. He was out for a duck, and then we also saw Kemar Roche being sent to the pavilion, but this was the handiwork of Shafiul Islam, who had Kemar Roche caught behind for a duck, and suddenly the innings which was suddenly the Bangladesh were really into this game here, having West Indies at 269 for 7. But when Jerome Taylor walked out, well, he decided that Chandrapal is the one who was actually he was anchoring the ship there, but Jerome Taylor, well, he decided that he is going to wield the willow in a very hitting manner, and that's what he precisely did. He went after the spinners, deposited them for 6s, and that was a partnership. It was a breezy partnership there. From a score of 269 for 7, the score galloped to 323, thanks to Jerome Taylor wielding the long handle, as he clubbed 40 runs of 32 deliveries with 5 fours and 2 sixes. That partnership between Taylor and Chandrapal really taking the West Indian score on to 323. So essentially it was a 54-run partnership, and the majority of runs was scored by Jerome Taylor. But Chandrapal was still there at the other end. He also played some very good strokes, and then finally the pace bowlers were the one who really were the ones who were really on the West Indies today, and I would say the West Indies really struggled, as the Bangladeshi bowlers really bowled the right lines today, as Al-Amin Hussain picked up the wicket, and then they also had some brief resistance coming in from Suleiman Ben, who made 25 of 19 balls with 3 fours and 1 6 before being claimed by Al-Amin Hussain, and then Shannon Gabriel was castled by Rabiul Islam, and finally the West Indies innings were all out for 380. But I thought the Bangladeshi bowlers, the pace bowlers especially, did a fine job, with Al-Amin Hussain bowling 31 over 6 maidens, 80 runs and 3 wickets. Most successful bowler Shafiul Islam 27 over 7 maidens, 80 runs and 2 wickets. Rabiul Islam 26 over 7 maidens, 63 runs and 2 wickets. Tajul Islam 22 overs 4 maidens, 89 runs and 2 wickets, and 1 for 49 for Mahmudullah, 16 overs 2 maidens. Nasir Hussain bowling 2 overs for 7 runs. But so once Bangladesh, I thought the Bangladesh did a very good job in restricting the West Indies today to 380 all out, and when Bangladesh turn came, it was something which was some real searing stuff they had to face. And as I said, the difference between the Bangladeshi bowling, let me first talk what happened. In fact, Kemar Roche was breathing fire. He was bowling superbly. He was moving the ball. He was getting the ball at a good pace. He was bowling the right lines. He was testing the batsmen with balls coming in and the balls moving away, and he definitely duly got his reward. As first the wicket to go was not something that I would really say that it was some good bowling, but definitely Shamsur Rahman getting an inside edge, trying to flick a delivery from Kemar Roche, and Dinesh Ramadan behind the sticks making no mistake. So he was gone, caught Ramadan, bowled Roche for once. That was the first wicket for Kemar Roche among his 5 victims, and the next to go was Anamul Haq. Now Anamul Haq was really severely tested. He was pretty indecisive with his stroke making. He was not really sure where his off stump was because Kemar Roche was really testing him. He was very indecisive. In fact, he didn't know which were the balls to play, which were the balls to leave, and he was in a real quandary. And finally, all those quandary ended as Kemar Roche got one to Anamul Haq, and finally Anamul Haq snicked it on to Bravo in the slips, and he was gone for 9. No, I would say that Anamul Haq was absolutely out of his misery, out for 9 of 39 balls, scratching around for 9 of 39 balls. After that, Tamim Iqbal was looking good, and he was the only person who was really playing the strokes and playing with some confidence, and he was also dealing pretty well with the short stuff being served onto him by Kemar Roche. And then when things when looked like Tamim Iqbal was the one who had taken the score to 62, which is contribution being 48 out of those 62 runs, that was the time Kemar Roche struck by getting Tamim Iqbal getting an inside edge. He was caught by Dinesh Ramadan behind the stumps. He was gone. Caught Ramadan bowled Roche for 48 with 6 fours, which made the score 62 for 3. And then and then Taylor came in, and Jerome Taylor struck by first picking up the wickets of Mominul Haq out for 3, and then he also picked up the wicket of Mushfiqur Rahim. That was a beautiful delivery. The ball pitched, and Mushfiqur Rahim was beaten by the pace and the moment, and Mushfiqur Rahim had to lose his stumps to Taylor as he was gone for 4, and that was the time this Bangladeshi innings was looking absolutely in real shambles with the score on 68 for 5. Nasir Hussain walked in. Nasir Hussain, well, he didn't do much. He was a goner as Kemar Roche once again came back and started picking up wickets. He picked up Nasir Hussain's wicket by getting him caught behind for 1, and then Tajul Islam was sent back to the pavilion, caught by Gabriel on the bowling of Roche, and for 12, and that was the 5th victim for Kemar Roche. Splendid piece of bowling from Kemar Roche, taking good advantage of the new ball, and also taking good advantage of the conditions that were there, and really bowling the right lengths. And that was the difference between the Bangladeshi bowling on the first day and Kemar Roche, and that's the reason Kemar Roche richly deserving all his 5 wickets. At close of play, well, Bangladesh were really struggling with Mahmudullah, was not out on the only recognized batsman left, not out on 13 with 1 boundary. Shafiul Islam was with him, not out on 6, and Bangladesh finally ending the second day's play here against West Indies at 104 for 7. So they really required another 76 runs to actually avoid the follow on, and I think Bangladesh have to really work hard now. As I said, there's only 1 recognized batsman standing there, and that's Mahmudullah. But now they are absolutely, Bangladesh are reduced to the tail, and well, I think it's a very tough ask. Probably we might see West Indies actually wrapping up this innings pretty quickly, and the way Jerome Taylor and Kemar Roche in particular were bowling, life is not going to be easy for the Bangladeshi batsman. Kemar Roche 16 overs 5 maidens, 33 runs and a 5 wicket back for him. Jerome Taylor 15 overs 4 maidens, 33 runs and 2 wickets, chipping in well. Shannon Gabriel bowled without luck and also bowled with lots of pace. He was the more paciest of all the 3, even though he didn't pick up a wicket. 9 overs 1 maiden, none for 27, and Suleiman Ben bowling 2 overs 1 maiden, none for 5. So that's the match situation as far as the second day's play is concerned in this second test match here. Bangladesh having the back to the wall situation here against the West Indies, and tomorrow, as I said, Mahmudullah is the only recognized batsman left. Well, dear fans and subscribers, this has been a very long YouTube broadcast running into 25 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for your company, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings in a regular manner, dear friends and subscribers. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow. Until then, it's good night.